President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi witnessed the inauguration of the quartz factory complex in Ain Sokhna, the first integrated industrial project for the production of quartz ore known as white gold.
President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi witnessed the inauguration of the quartz factory complex in Ain Sokhna on Thursday. During the inauguration ceremony, President el-Sisi expressed the state's keenness on eliminating any obstacles facing investors in the petroleum sector and encouraging the private sector to grab investment opportunities in this domain. The head of state reiterated that the project aims to achieve a qualitative leap in the mining sector and increase the value of the Egyptian raw materials, adding that it also creates new job opportunities and support export and trade exchange. At the end of his inspection tour of the complex, President el-Sisi inspected the Egyptian company for mining, which included many kinds of quartz. The complex is the first integrated industrial project for the production of quartz, or known as white gold. The quartz factories complex was implemented by the National Service Projects Agency of the Armed Forces. It exploits high-quality ores from the Red Sea Mountains, where the purity of quartz reaches 99% in a mine in Marsa Alam. The project is the first of its kind in Egypt, Arab and African countries, and the first of the world in terms of the integration of the production process.
And Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry held meetings with officials from UN and international organizations in Geneva. Shoukry met with UN High Commissioner for Human Rights Volker Turk, during which they discussed the latest regional and international developments. The top diplomat also met with Deputy UN Secretary General for Human Affairs and Emergency Relief Martin Griffith and UN High Commissioner for Refugees Filippo Grandi, as well as UN High Commissioner for Human Rights Volker Turk and Head of International Organization for Migration Amy Pope. The meetings tackled boosting joint cooperation and enhancing coordination on efforts concerning regional and international issues, including the crisis in Sudan. Shoukry is scheduled to meet with UN Special Envoy for Syria, Geir Pedersen, for consultation over means of dealing with Syrian crisis, as well as boosting international efforts to solve it. And the annual meetings of the African Development Bank Group continued on Thursday at the Rassi Resort of Sharm el-Sheikh under the slogan Mobilizing Private Sector Financing for Climate and Green Growth in Africa. The group is set to issue a report on the horizons of a pioneering African economy for 2023, which tackles economic expectations for African nations and alliances and support for political decision makers and private sector and international community. With the participation of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, African leaders and senior African Union officials, the 5-day meetings kicked off, pressing for the continent's need to secure $200 billion per year to achieve the Sustainable Development Objectives. And First Lady Intisar al-Sisi expressed on Thursday her pleasure for visiting the Red Crescent Operation Chamber, during which she listened to an explanation for the integrated humanitarian and unique patriotic role of the Assembly, which deserves all respect. The First Lady noted that she had sensed the humanity in its greatest form, with efforts being exerted by its sincere volunteers. She hailed all workers in the Red Crescent and expressed appreciation for all volunteers.